Hello children, I hope all of you are fine and safe. After a long break, we are coming back to our academics. So let's start our work with full pack of energy. As we start, let's do our work with full dedication and enjoyment. Today, we are going to see class 10 mathematics. That is unit 3 algebra. From algebra, we are going to go for unit, that is exercise 3.4. Before going to exercise 3.4, we are going to see some important points to remember. The first point is rational expression. Rational expression. An expression is called a rational expression if it can be written in the form px upon qx, where px and qx are polynomials and qx is not equal to 0. Qx not equal to 0 means the denominator part should not be equal to 0. In simple, a rational expression is the ratio of two polynomials. Already we have studied about polynomials in class 9. Now what is polynomial? A polynomial is an arithmetic expression consisting of variables and constants that involves four fundamental arithmetic operations and non-negative integer exponents of variables. In simple, we can say a polynomial combines constants, variables and arithmetic operations. Also, we have one more point, that is excluded value. Excluded value is a value that makes a rational expression undefined. Now, let's start exercise 3.4. The first part, that is reduce each of the following expressions to its lowest forms. To its lowest form. Now let's see the first sum. X square minus 1 upon x square plus x. So what we are going to do here is, we are going to reduce this expression to its lowest form. Now let's see the numerator part. In the numerator part, we can use the identity a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b, a minus b. So now, x square minus 1 becomes, or we can say x square minus 1 is equal to x square minus 1 square, which is equal to x plus 1, x minus 1. That is a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b, where your a is x and your b is 1. 1 can be written as 1 square. Now let's go for the denominator part, x square plus x. Here, what can we do is, we can take x common from both the terms. So what we get? Let's take x common. So when we take x common, what is left over here? Your 2x is there. So we can, what is left? 1x is left. And here only 1x is there. The thing left is 1. So what we get here? X common bracket, x plus 1. Now let's write both the things together. So now what you get here? Therefore, x square minus 1 upon x square plus x is equal to x plus 1 into x minus 1 upon x plus 1. So we have, whatever we have factorized, we have written in the form of numerator and denominator. Numerator, what do we have got? X plus 1 into x minus 1. Denominator, we have got x into x plus 1. Now, x plus 1 gets cancelled. And what is left now? X minus 1 on x. This is our answer. We have completed our first subpart from sum number 1. Now, let's go for the second subpart. That is x square minus 11x plus 18 upon x square minus 4x plus 4. Again here, the same thing is, we are going to reduce this to its lowest form. So now let's consider the numerator part. What is the numerator part over here? X square minus 11x plus 8. Now we are going to factorize this. Already I have taught you t method. Now let's write, just draw a small t over here. You are going to write down the constant term on the top of it, that is 18. Now let's see how to get the factors for this expression. Now 18. Now let us write the factor of it. That is 1 into 18. Then you have 2 into 9. Then we have 3 into 6. I hope that much. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to choose the suitable factor that can be used for this particular expression. Now what is the middle term over here? We have minus 11. So now we are going to choose the numbers in such a way that the product should be 18 and the sum should be minus 11. You getting the point, children? So now how we have written 18? We have written 18 as, or we have expressed 18 as 1 into 18, 2 into 9, 3 into 6. Do not repeat 6 into 3, it becomes the same thing. So no need of repeating 6 3s are, 9 2s are, 18 1s are. Already we have this, so no need to repeat these things. So now our work is to choose the correct values for it. So how are you going to choose it? Now let's see. Now if I take 1 into 18, I get the product 18, but I don't get the sum as 11. So this cannot be chosen. Now let's go for the second part. Now here 2 into 9 gives you 18. So I get the product 18. Similarly, when I take the sum of it, I get the answer 11. So now we can choose this particular factor. We can take the factors of 18 as 2 and 9. Now let's see how to assemble over here. So you are going to write here 2 and 9. Now 2 into 9 gives you 18. That's done. But here you have minus 11. So what we are going to do? We are just going to insert here a negative sign. So now let's try and let's check whether our answer is correct. Minus 2 into minus 9 gives you plus 18. Minus 2 into minus 9 is equal to plus 18. That is minus minus becomes plus. Similarly, minus 2 minus 9 is equal to minus 11. Minus minus plus, and sign of the bigger number is minus. That is 2 plus 9 gives you 11, and sign of the bigger number is minus. So our answer is minus 11. Now let's write the factor of it. So how you are going to write the factor for it? X minus 2, x minus 9. So we have got the factors for our first expression, that is x square minus 11x plus 18. Now let's take the denominator part. What is the denominator part? X square minus 4x plus 4. Again what we are going to do is, we are going to use the same t method and we are going to follow. Let's say how to do. Let's take the first part. It is the constant term. What is the constant term? 4. So we'll write 4 on the top of t. And what is the middle term? Minus 4. So let's write here minus 4. Now let's express 4 in terms of factors. So 4 can be written as 1 into 4, 2 into 2. So no need to write. I think we can stop over here. So now let's see how to assemble the numbers over here. So what numbers we are going to choose? I cannot choose 1 into 4 because the product of 1 and 4 gives you 4, but the sum doesn't gives you 4. So this number is not accepted. Now let's go for the second part. What are the numbers here? 2 and 2. So when you take the product, you get the answer 4. And when you do the sum, you get the answer as 4. Let's see how to write it. First I'll write here 2 and 2. When you multiply 2 and 2, you get the answer 4. Similarly, when you add 2 and 2, you get the answer 4. But now here the sign is minus. So we have to do a small change. Let's see what is the change over here. So we are going to put here minus, minus. When you multiply minus 2 into minus 2, you get the answer plus 4. Similarly, when you add minus 2 and minus 2, you get the answer minus 4. I'll just explain over here. Minus 2 into minus 2 is equal to plus 4. Minus 2 is equal to minus 4. So what are the numbers? What are the factors we have got here? Minus 2, minus 2. So let's write over here the factors, which is equal to, just copy this answers. X minus 2, x minus 2. So we have factorized the numerator part and the denominator part. Now let's assemble them together. So now what we get over here? Let's see. Therefore, x square minus 11x plus 18 upon x square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to. The numerator part, you have the factors x minus 2, x minus 9 upon denominator x minus 2, x minus 2. So what is common in your numerator and denominator? We have x minus 2 and x minus 2, which can be cancelled. And what is left now here? X minus 9 upon x minus 2. This is our lowest form. So what is the answer? X minus 9 upon x minus 2. Now children, from sum number 1, we have done first subpart and the second subpart. Similarly, you people are going to follow these two sums and you are going to complete the third subpart and the fourth subpart as homework. This is from sum number 1. I hope you people can do this sum. You just refer your two sums and you can have an idea to solve the sum. Try this. Okay children? Now let's go for the second question. So before we started our exercise 3.4, already I have given you 2 points. The first point was rational expression and the second one was excluded value. What was excluded value? Excluded value is the value that makes a rational expression undefined. In simple, we can say that the denominator part should not be equal to 0. So we have to find out the values which gives 0 in the denominator, and that values are called as excluded values. So we have to remove that values from the expression. So now let's go for the first subpart under question number 2. The first subpart is y upon y square minus 25. First subpart is y upon y square minus 25. Now here in the numerator part there is no need to do any changes. So let's keep the numerator part as it is. Now let's come to the denominator part. Now denominator part is y square minus 25. Now as we have done sum number 1 first subpart, we have to use here the identity. So we are going to use identity. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Now let's take the denominator part. Y square minus 25 is equal to y square minus 25 can be written as 5. So this becomes y plus 5, y minus 5. Again, let me explain to you. A square minus b square. Here, a becomes y and b becomes 5. So when you apply this identity, you get a plus b into a minus b. That is y plus 5 into y minus 5. So now we have factorized our denominator part. Now let's see how to go for the next step. So now what is our question? Our question is find the excluded value. That is, we have to find out the value which gives you 0 in the denominator. So now let's see how to go with the work. So that means now y upon y square minus 25 is undefined. When this is undefined, then the denominator part, that is y plus 5 y minus 5 is equal to 0. That is, y plus 5 is equal to 0 or y minus 5 is equal to 0. Which implies, now plus 5 when it goes to this side, it goes to the RHS part, y is equal to minus 5 or y is equal to 5. So we have got two values, that is y is equal to minus 5 and y is equal to 5. So if we have the value for y as minus 5 and 5, then the given expression becomes undefined. So what are the excluded values? So therefore, excluded values are 5 and minus 5. That's all. Take down the sum. The second subpart is t upon t square minus 5t plus 6. Now similarly, how we have proceeded our first sum, the same manner we are going to do the second sum. The second sum, there is no need to do any changes in the numerator part since it contains only one variable. Now let's come to the denominator part and let's try to factorize the denominator part. What's the denominator part over here? T square minus 5t plus 6. Same manner like how we have used in the first part, we are going to use our t method. Now what is the constant term? The constant term is 6. So let's write 6 on the top of t. And what is the middle term? Minus 5. Now let's try to write 6 in the form of factors, or we'll express 6 as a form of product of two factors. So 6 becomes 1 into 6, 2 into 3. No need to write 3 into 2, it becomes the same. So let's write 6 as 1 into 6 and 2 into 3. So now we have to choose an appropriate number to fill our spaces over here. So now let's take the first one. 1 into 6. So when I add these two, when I take the product, I get the answer as 6. But when I take the sum, I don't get the answer as 5. So this cannot be taken. Now let's go for the second part, second factor, that is 2 into 3. So when we multiply, we get the answer 6. And when we add, you get the answer as 5. So this number can be chosen. So we'll fill here 2 and 3. Now as we have seen earlier, the product gives you 6. That is correct. No problem. We get the answer 6 over here. But when I add this 2, I get the answer 5. But here what is there? Minus 5. So we have to make some changes over here. Let's see what are the changes. So what you are going to do is, you are going to add your minus, minus. So minus 2 into minus 3 gives you plus 6. Minus 2 minus 3 gives you minus 5. Minus 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 5. Minus minus plus, that is, when you add it you get 5. Sign of the bigger number is minus. So our answer is minus 5. So what are the two numbers we have taken? Minus 2 and minus 3. So let's write the factors for it. So you have here, the variable used here is t. So you get here t minus 2, t minus 3. Now as usual, how we have done the first sum. What is the next step? So you say now t upon t square minus 5t plus 6 is undefined. When it is undefined, when t square minus 5t plus 6 is equal to 0. That is t minus 2 into t minus 3 is equal to 0, which implies t minus 2 is equal to 0 or t minus 3 is equal to 0, which again implies t is equal to 2. The negative becomes positive. Again here we have negative. T is equal to 3. So what are the values that makes the expression undefined? 2 and 3. So we'll write the final statement over here. Therefore, excluded values are 2 and just highlight our answer. So, from sum number 2, we have completed the first subpart and the second subpart. You have 2 more sums, that is third and fourth. That becomes your homework. So, your homework is sum number 2, third subpart and fourth subpart. Follow your sum number 1 and sum number 2 from, that is first subpart and second subpart from sum number 2, and complete your third sum and fourth sum. So we have completed our exercise 3.4. So just try out the sum and practice your sums so that you will be cleared with your exercise 3.4. So we have completed our exercise 3.4. Now we are going to move to exercise 3.5. Under exercise 3.5, we are going to see how to simplify. Under simplify, the first subpart, 4 x square y upon 2z square into 6xz cube. 6xz cube upon 20y raised to 4. So under exercise 3.5, first question, that is simplify. Under simplify, the first subpart, 4x square y upon 2z square into 6xz cube upon 20y raised to 4. So now this is simplification, and now one more thing is, here if we have multiplication, then there is no need to do any changes. Just try to find out this common term and try to cancel them so that your term gets reduced. Now let's start with the simplification. 4 ones are 4 5s are. And always try to cancel one from the numerator part and one from the denominator part. So 4 ones are and 4 5s are. 2 ones are, 2 3s are. So z square, z cube. So we have 2 z's over here. We have here 3 z's, so we can cancel 2 z's, and here only 1 z is left. Again here in the numerator we have y, and here we have y raised to 4. So we can cancel 1 y and 1 y. So here out of 4 only now 3 is left. Any other cancellations? No. We cannot cancel x square and x because both of them are present, or both of them are in the numerator part. So we have done mostly all the simplifications or whatever cancellations we can do. Now let's try to write down the reduced form. So what is the reduced form? So let's see the constants first. Here 1 is there, here we have 3. So 1 into 3 gives you 3. Powers of x, x square, here x. So x square into x gives you x cube upon, again here the constant is 1 and here the constant is 5. So we have the numbers 1 and 5. So 1 into 5 gives you 5. No z's. Here we have 3 y's, that is y cube. So you have 3x cube upon 5y cube. And one more thing is left over here, that is 2 z's, and here this 3 was cancelled, that is means 1 z was left out. So we can add over here z. So we have the answer 3x cube z upon 5y cube. That's the answer. For the first part, the answer is 3x cube z upon 5y cube. I hope the sum is clear. Let's have a small recap again. We have the sum 4x square y upon 2z square into 6xz cube upon 20y raised to 4. 4 ones are, 4 5s are. 2 ones are, 2 3s are. Z square here and z cube here. So we can cancel 2 z's from here and 2 z's from here. So what is left out of 3? Only 1 z is left. Y, 1 y over here and 4 y's over here. So we can cancel y and y. So in the numerator part, no y is left. Denominator part, 3 y's are left. Again, I have already told you that x square and x cannot be cancelled since both of them are present in the, both of them are in the numerator part. So now let's collect all the leftovers and try to get the final answer. So the numbers are, that is 1 into 3 is 3, x square into x, that is x cube. Since we have cancelled z square and here z cube, so what was left? 1 was left. So what is the answer? 3x cube z upon 1 into 5, 5, no z's. Out of 4 y's, 1 y was cancelled. So how many y's are remaining now? 3. So your answer is y. Answer is 3x cube z upon 5y cube. Now let's go for the second subpart from question number 1. That is p square minus 10p plus 21 upon p minus 7 into p square plus p minus 12 upon p minus 3 the whole square. Now let's go for the factorization. Now let's take the first part, that is p square minus 10p plus 21. So you have your rough part, or just try to go with the, let's find the factors in the left corner. Raw t method. Just take the constant term, that is 21, and take the middle term. What is the middle term? Minus 10. That is, what is the coefficient of the middle term? Minus 10. So we have written the value, that is 21 on the top of t and minus 10 on the bottom of t. Now let's take the factors of 21. That's 1 into 21. Then we have 3 into 7. Okay? Now, so let us choose a proper number to fill this columns or fill this box. So 1 into 21, when I multiply, I get the answer 21. But when we take the sum, you don't get the answer as 10. So this is excluded. We cannot take this value. Let's go for the second part. That is 3 into 7. Now let's see, children, over here. 3 into 7 gives you 21. The product is 21. When I take the sum, it gives us 10. So what are the two numbers that we are going to choose? 3 and 7. Now, again here, the numbers, when we multiply the numbers, you get the answer 21. When we add these two numbers, you get the answer 10. Now here the sign is negative. A small change again. What we are going to do? We are just going to add a negative sign. Now let's check whether our factors are correct. Minus 3 into minus 7 gives you plus 21. Similarly, when I add minus 3 and minus 7, I get the answer as minus 3. That is minus minus plus. That is 3 plus 7 gives you 10. Sign of the bigger number is minus. So you have minus 10. So what are the two factors, or what are the factors we have got over here? Minus 3, minus 7. What are the variables used over here? P. So you get P minus 3, P minus 7. Okay. Now in the denominator part, there is no need to do any changes. So we'll write P minus 7 as is. So P minus 3, P minus 7 upon P minus 7 into. Now let's go for this part. Let's go for the factorization of p square plus p minus 12. Again, let's have a small, or we'll use our t method. The constant term is minus 12. The middle coefficient of middle term is plus 1. Let's factorize minus 12. Or just take 12. No need to take minus 12 first. Just let's take the factor of 12. So you have 1 into 12, 2 into 6, 3 into. So what are the numbers we can take over here? Let's try to fill this columns over here. So 1 into 12 gives you 12, but you don't get the sum as 1. 2 into 6 gives you 12, but you don't get the sum as 1. So now when I take 3 and 4, with the small changes in the sign, we can get the answer as 1. So now let's see how to insert the sign. So first let us take the number 3 and 4. Now we have the number here, minus 12. And what is the coefficient of the middle term? Plus 1. Plus 1 means the bigger number should be of positive sign. So I'll put the negative sign over here. That is for the smallest number. So I get minus 3 and 4. Now let's check our answer. minus 3 into 4 gives you minus 12. Minus 3 plus 4 gives you 1. So what are the numbers we have to take? Minus 3 and plus 4. So let's write the factors over here. So what we get here? P minus 3, P plus 4 upon P minus 3 the whole square. Take it down. I hope you people have understood the T method. For the first part, that is in the numerator part, what you have? P square minus 10P plus 21. So, you take the constant term. What is the constant term? 21. And what is the coefficient of the middle term? Minus 10. So, you have to take the factors of 21. So, I get two things. There's two expressions. I get 1 into 21, 3 into 7. So, 1 into 21 cannot be chosen since product gives you 21, but the sum doesn't gives you 10. So you have to take the number P and 7. 3 and 7 gives you 21, and when you take the sum, you get 10. But now there's a small change. We don't have plus 10, we have minus 10. So we have to change the sign. So you're just going to insert your minus minus. Minus in the sense minus in 3 into minus 7 gives you plus 21. Minus 3 minus 7 gives you minus 10. This minus plus, this 3 plus 7 gives you 10, and sign of the bigger number, that is 7, is minus, so you get the answer as minus 10. Similarly, we are following the same step for this second part of factorization, that is P square plus P minus 12, and you get the factors is P minus 3, P plus 4. Now let's try to simplify. P minus 7 gets cancelled. P minus 3 and 1 P minus 3 gets cancelled. P minus 3 and P minus 3 gets cancelled. So now what is left over here? P plus 4. This is our answer. I hope you people understood this sum. So now, subpart 3 and subpart, only one subpart is there. So from question number 1, third subpart is your homework. You are going to follow the first sum and the second sum, and you are going to complete the third subpart as homework. Try out the sum by yourself, children. Do all the working part. Now let's go for second subpart, that is simplify. Under second subpart, simplify. Let's go for the first sum, that is x plus 4 upon 3x plus 4y into 9x square minus 16y square upon 2x square plus 3x minus 20. So question number 2, the first sum, that is x plus 4 upon 3x plus 4y into 9x square minus 16y square upon 2x square plus 3x minus 20. Now let's see how to complete our sum. Let's go for the first part. So x plus 4 remain as it is. Write x plus 4 as it is upon 3x plus 4y also as it is, because there is no factorizations over here, no factors over here. Keep 3x plus 4y as it is. So the first part is kept as it is. The denominator part is also kept as it is. Now let's go for the simplification of the numerator. That is 9x square minus 16y square. Again here we are going to use the identity, that is a square minus b square. So use the identity, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. So what happens? 9x square minus 16y square can be written as, now 9 is a square of 3. So this will be written as 3x the whole square minus 16. 16 is a square of 4. So you can write this as 4y the whole square. So now we have reduce the expression in terms of identity a square minus b square. So a is 3x, b is 4y. Now what you get over here? It's 3x plus 4y into 3x minus 4y. So we have factorized the numerator part, 9x square minus 16y square. So what you get? 3x plus 4y, 3x minus 4y. So let's write over here. 3x minus 4y. Okay. Upon. Now let's see the denominator of that factorization. Let us take the expression 2x square plus 3x minus 20. Again we are going to use our t method for simplifying this expression. So let's draw a t. Write the constant. What is the constant term here? Minus 20. What is the coefficient? Now here one more thing. And here we cannot write minus 20. I'll tell you why. Because in the previous sum, if you have seen, you can see the coefficient of x square was 1. So when I multiply 1 with a constant term, I'll get the same number. But now here we have the coefficient for the first term also. So now what are you going to do? You are going to multiply the coefficient of the first term and the constant term. So 2 into minus 20 gives you minus 40. Okay. Now what is the coefficient of the middle term? It's 3. Now what are you going to do? You are going to express 40 as a product of two numbers. So let's write 40. No need to take the sign now. Let's insert the sign later on. Let's write 2, or let's try to express our number 40 in the product of two numbers. So 40 becomes 1 into 40. You have 2 into 20. Then 4 into 10, 5 into 8. I hope this much is enough. So now let's see how to fill the remaining part of t. So let's see. So 1 and 40 gives you 40, but you don't get the sum as 3. 2 and 20 gives you 40, but sum doesn't become 3. 4 and 10 gives you 40, but sum doesn't becomes 3. Now if we do some changes in the sign, we can get the answer as 3. That is, the sum can become as 3 and the product is 40. Now let's write this number 5 and 8. Okay, now let's see. Now what is the sign of the coefficient of middle term? It's plus. Yes, we have written here plus. That means the sign of the bigger number should be plus. Since this is plus, the sign of the bigger number should be plus. And so that we can add a negative sign over here. So it becomes minus 5. Now let's check whether our answer is correct. So what we have? Minus 5 into 8 is equal to minus 40. Minus 5 plus 8 gives you plus 3. This minus plus becomes minus. That is, 8 minus 5 gives you 3. Sign of the bigger number is plus. So our answer is plus 3. So what are the two numbers we have got here? Minus 5 and 8. So let's write the factors. So you add one more thing. We have to, since we have here 2, we have to divide this by 2. Divide this by 2. If here it was 1, we would directly take the number minus 5 and 8 and I would have completed the sum over here. But since the factor, or since the coefficient of first term is 2 other than 1, we have to divide the factors. What are the factors we have got by the coefficient of first term? Is divide by 2, divided by 2. So here I get the answer as 8 by 2 is 4. And here we have minus 5 by 2. And what are the variables using? What are the variables used over here? X. Actually, I will explain you in simple terms. This is x minus 5 by 2 and it's x plus 4. So how you write this as? 2x minus 5 and x plus 4. I hope the sum is clear to you. I'll just explain to you once again. Here, for the first term, we have a coefficient 2, that is other than 1. So when you have such a case, what you are going to do is you are going to multiply the coefficient of the first term and the constant term. It is 2 into minus 20 gives you minus 40. So you have to express this 40 as a product of two numbers. You express it and choose the appropriate number. So we have chosen an appropriate number, that is 5 and 8. After choosing 5 and 8, you have to insert the appropriate sign. So what we have done, since the coefficient of middle term is plus 3, the bigger number should be positive. So we can insert a negative sign for the smallest number. So when we check the answer, minus 5 into 8 gives you minus 40, minus 5 plus 8 gives you plus 3. So we have got the answer minus 5 and 8. But now, since this expression, since the first term is, that is the coefficient is other than 1, you have to take that particular coefficient and you have to divide by both the numbers. Divide by that number. So you get minus 5 by 2 and 8 by 2. So this already we have done in our 9th standard how to write the roots. So it's x minus 5 by 2 and x plus 4. So this becomes over, it goes over here like this. So it becomes 2x minus 5 and x plus 4. So we have written the factors 2x minus 5, x plus 4. So let's try to reduce some of the common terms from the numerator and the denominator. So x plus 4 and x plus 4 gets cancelled. 3x plus 4y, 3x plus 4y gets cancelled. So now what is left? 3x minus 4y upon 2x minus 5. I hope the sum is clear to you, children. So we have completed, that is first subpart from question number 2. Now you will be trying out the second subpart from question number 2 as your homework. So whenever you follow the T method, just see the equations, see the expressions carefully and try to do the sum. So there's a difference, just a small recap. So whenever you are using a T method, suppose your equation is x square plus 5x plus c. In the T method, you are going to take only the 6. That is, I have told you, just take the constant term, that is 6. Since here what is the coefficient? Here the coefficient is 1. So when you multiply 1 and 6, it gives you 6. But if you have the coefficient other than 1, that is 2, you have to multiply this and the last term. So it becomes 12. So follow the step carefully. So follow the expressions carefully, and whenever you use T method, do it properly. Okay, children? Now let's go for the third sum. Now let's go for sum number 3. Let us simplify again. Under 3, the first subpart, that is 2a square plus 5a plus 3 upon 2a square plus 7a plus 6 divided by a square plus 6a plus 5 upon minus 5a square minus 35a minus 15. Now, comparing the first and second sum and the third sum, we can see that the first sum and the second sum was dealing with the multiplication sign, and in the third sum we have the sign division. So the procedure will be the same, only the thing is we cannot do our sum directly with the division. So what we are going to do, we are going to change the division. Already we have seen this method in our 8th standard, that is, if there is a division, what you are going to do is you are going to change the division into multiplication, and you are going to write the reciprocal of the next term. So the numerator goes to denominator and the denominator goes to numerator. Now let's start our sum. So let's go with the same part, you have to follow the same method. So let's go for the factorization. Let's take the first part. So now what we are going to do here is, we are going to take all the expressions separately and you are going to write the factors. After writing the factors, we will put all the things together and we will try to simplify it. So let's take the first part. It is 2a square plus 5a plus 3. Same method, what we are going to do? We are going to follow our T method. So now, what is the constant term here? 3. And what is the coefficient of the first term? It's 2. That is other than 1. So you are going to multiply the coefficient of the first term and the constant term. So multiply this 2 and write the answer as 6. So 2 into 3 gives you 6. Now what is the coefficient of the middle term? It's 5. So now what we are going to do? We are going to express 6 as the product of two numbers. It is 1 into 6, 2 into 3. So which is the correct, or which numbers we are going to choose now here? 1 into 6 gives you 6, but the sum doesn't gives you 5. 2 into 3 gives you 6. The sum gives you 5. So we'll take the number as 2 and 3. Now one more step is left out. What is the step? Since the first term has a coefficient other than 1, so what you're going to do is you're going to divide the answers, the numbers by 2, the coefficient of the first number. So you have 2 by 2 and 3 by 2. So you get here 1. And how to write down this? Let's see. So what is the variable used here? A. So you'll get a plus 1, a plus 3 by 2. So a plus 3 by 2 can be written as 2a plus 3. So we have got the factors. So how you have factorized this? So this becomes a plus 1, 2a plus 3. So I have done the first part. Now let's try the second part. Try out the second part. 2a squared plus 7a plus 6. Follow the same pattern and try to get the answer. I hope you people would have tried. So let's see. First, draw D. Coefficient of the first term is 2. The constant term is 6. Multiply this 2. So you get here 12. 2 into 6 gives you 12. The coefficient of the middle term is 7. What is the coefficient? You people know, yes? Coefficient is a number. The number along with the sign. So what's the answer? 7. Let's express 12 as the product of two numbers. 1 into 12, 2 into 6, 3 into 4. I hope you people can find out the numbers directly. Yes, what is the number that we are going to choose? 3 and 4. 3, 4. Now since the coefficient of the first term is other than 1, we have to divide by the number 2. That is coefficient of the first term. So divide by 2, divide by 2. What's the variable used here? A. Variable is nothing but it's the letter. So what is the letter used here? A. So what do you get here? A plus 3 by 2. 4 upon 2 is 2. So you get here a plus 2. So this is nothing but 2a plus 3, a plus 2. So I'll write the answer over here. 2a plus 3, a plus 2. Okay. Now you people try out the third part, that is a square plus 6a plus 5, and give me the answer. Okay, I hope you would have tried. So I'll just grab this part. Okay, so let's go for the T method. So now here the coefficient of the first term is 1. So what are you going to do directly? You are going to write the constant term on the top of T, that is 5. Write the coefficient of the middle term, that is 6. Let's express 5. So 5 is nothing but 1 into 5. 1 into 5 since it's a prime number. So you have only the factor. Prime number is nothing but the factors are 1 and the number itself. So we are going to write down this number 1 and 5. Since the coefficient of first term is 1, there is no need to divide by any number. So we are going to take the numbers directly as a factors. So you get a plus 1, a plus 5. So we have three expressions we have factorized. Now let's take the fourth expression. Minus 5a square minus 35a minus 50. So now here we can see that something can be taken common. That is, first of all, we can take the negative sign as common, and we can also take 5 as common. So what we get over here? So minus has been taken common, 5 is taken as common. So what is left here? A square. Since minus is taken common, the sign will change. So you get here plus 5 sevens are 35. 7a. Again minus is taken common, so this becomes plus 5 tens are 50 plus 10. So now let's factorize the bracket part. That is a square plus 7a plus 10. So again we use the t method. Right here 10. That is a constant term since the coefficient of the first term is 1. What is the coefficient of the middle term? 7. So how you are going to express 10? 1 into 10, 2 into 5. So what are the numbers we are going to choose over here? 2 into 5. So I'll write here 2 and 5. Since the coefficient of first term is 1, there is no need to divide by any other number. So we'll take the numbers directly as factors. What are the variables used over here? A. So you get a plus 2, a plus 5. And one more thing we have to add here is, what was taken common? Minus 5 was taken common. So just insert over here minus 5. So again you get here minus 5. So mostly we have factorized all the 4 expressions. Now we are going to assemble them together. Let's see what is the answer we are going to get. So I'll write here, therefore 2a square plus 5a plus 3 upon 2a square plus 7a plus 6 divided by a square plus 6a plus 5 upon minus 5a square minus 35a minus 50 is equal to. Okay, let's see what to do. So what is the answer? What are the factors we got for the first part? A plus 1 into 2a plus 3. So a plus 1, 2a plus 3 upon. The second part, it is 2a square plus 7a plus 6. You have got 2a plus 3, 2a plus 3 into a plus 2. Okay. So we have written the factors, or we have factorized the first part, and we have factorized the denominator part. So you have got your a plus 1 into 2a plus 3 upon 2a plus 3 into a plus 2. Now here we have division. We cannot continue our sum with division. So you are going to change the division into multiplication. Change the division sign into multiplication. So now we have to take the reciprocal of this. That is, already I have told you, the numerator goes to denominator, the denominator will go to numerator. Just interchanging both the things. So what I will do is, I will write the factor of this part in the numerator. So what is the factors? I have got minus 5 was taken common. And what was the factorization? What are the factors we got here? A plus 2, a plus 5. And what are the factors of this part? What is the factors of a square plus 6a plus 5? A plus 1 into a plus 5. Okay. So whatever answers we have got, we have written. So for the first part, there is no changes. You are going to write the factors as it is. For the second part, since here division was there, change the division into multiplication. And you have to just interchange these two expressions. So you get the answer over here, minus 5a plus 2 into a plus 5, a plus 1 into a plus 5. So let's try to cancel the common terms. So what do you get here? A plus 1 gets cancelled. A plus 2 gets cancelled. A plus 5 gets cancelled. 2a plus 3 gets cancelled. So only thing that is left out is minus 5. So this is our answer. The sum is long, it's a lengthy sum, but you have to follow the same method to find out your factors. So after finding the factors, once your T method, you're clear with your T method, your sum goes very easy. So try out the sum, work out the sum. So from question number 3, simplify, we have completed the first subpart. So the second subpart will be your homework. Not only the second subpart, second, third and the fourth subpart will be your homework. This is an easy sum. You have to just use your factorization and you have to complete your sum. So your homework is from question number 3, subpart second, third and fourth is your homework. Try out your sum and complete your homework. So let's go for sum number 4. What's sum number 4? If x is equal to a square plus 3a minus 4 upon 3a square minus 3 and y is equal to a square plus 2a minus 8 upon 2a square minus 2a minus 4. So what is being given to you? You are being given with the value of x and y. That is, x is equal to a square plus 3a minus 4 upon 3a square minus 3 and y is equal to a square plus 2a minus 8 upon 2a square minus 2a minus 4. So now what are you going to do? You're going to find the value of x square y raised to minus 2. Note down the question carefully. You have to find out the value of x square y raised to minus 2. Let's find out the value of x square y raised to minus 2. Now let's see. Now here you people know what is the meaning of x square. X square means just writing this value 2 times. Writing the value of x 2 times. Now what do you mean by y raised to minus 2? Now y raised to minus 2 is nothing but, okay, before going to this, we'll just follow our law of indices. We have a rule or we have a law a raised to minus m. Now a raised to minus m is nothing but 1 upon a raised to m. So y raised to minus 2 becomes 1 upon y square. 1 upon y square means you have to take the reciprocal of the y part. So how we are going to write down? Let's see. So x square y raised to minus 2 becomes x square is, so I'll write the value of x. It's a square plus 3a minus 4 upon 3a square minus 3 the whole square into y raised to minus 2. Actually we can write one more step. I will do it directly. So how we are going to do it? It's y raised to minus 2. So y raised to minus 2 is nothing but reciprocal of 1 upon, or you have read this as 1 upon y square. 1 upon y square means you have to just interchange the numerator and denominator. So what you get when you interchange the numerator and denominator? 2a square minus 2a minus 4 upon square plus 2a minus 8 the whole square. I hope the sum is clear to you. We'll have a small c. Now y. So actually what is y? Y is a square plus 2a minus 8 upon 2a square minus 2a minus 4. So now what we have to find out? We have to find y raised to minus 2. But what is y raised to minus 2? It's 1 upon y square. So this becomes, so 1 upon y square becomes 1 upon a square plus 2a minus 8 upon 2a square minus 2a minus 4 the whole square. So it's 1 upon. So 1 upon means what happens? The numerator part and the denominator part will be interchanged. So what you get? 2a square minus 2a minus 4 upon a square plus 2a minus 8 the whole square. Now this is, you are going to follow the sum in the same way like you have done your third sum. So just follow your third sum and try to get the factors of it. So let's take the first part. So I'll try to get the factors over here. Just draw a small rough part. It's a square plus 3a minus 4. So use the T method. What is the constant term? Minus 4. What is the coefficient of the middle term? Plus 3. So write here 3. So express 4 as a product of two numbers. 1 into 4, 2 into 2. So what are the numbers that you are going to choose here? 1 and 4. So 1, 4. We have to do some changes. We have to insert a sign over here. So 1 4s are 4. It's not 4. We need here minus 4. And the sum part is plus 3. When the sum part is plus 3, the bigger number should be positive. So you have to insert a negative sign for the smallest number. So you get minus 1 and 4. Now let's check our answer. Let's cross check our answer. Minus 1 into 4 gives you minus 4. Minus 1 plus 4 gives you plus 3. So what are the factors? Minus 1 and 4. What are the variables used over here? A. So what do you get? A minus 1, A plus 4. So I have filled the numerator part. So now let's go for the denominator part. It's 3a square minus 3. So what can be taken common over here? 3 can be taken common. So let's take 3 common. Now what is left? Since 3 is taken common, the left out part is a square. Since here 3 is taken out common, we have minus. So just write down your square. Now, we have to simplify it further. So just write down the step as it is. We'll continue it in the next step. Now let's go for the next part. 2a square minus 2a minus 4. So we have found the factors for the first part, that is a square plus 3a minus 4. And also we have found we have just simplified the second denominator part, that is 3a square minus 3 as 3a square minus 1. So now what can we do here is, we have one more method is, we can take out the common part first. So what are the common part here? 2 can be taken as common. So what is left now here? A square minus a minus 2. So take out the common first. So what can be taken common? 2 can be taken common. So when you take 2 common, what is left here? A square minus a minus 2 upon, here same thing. Here what is left here? A square plus 2a minus a. So I'll just factorize this in the next step. So what do you get here? A minus 1, a plus 4 upon, now a square minus 1 can be written as a plus 1 into a minus 1. How? We are going to just use our identity. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. So a square minus 1 will be written as 3, a minus 1, a plus 1, the whole square. Now let's go for this part. So 2, a square minus a minus 2. So let's see how to factorize this. So what is the last constant term? Minus 2. What is the coefficient of the middle term? Minus 1. So how are you going to express 2? 1 into 2. So now we are going to insert the signs. So let's take the numbers 1 and 2. Now the sum is minus 1. That means the sum of the bigger number. The sign of the bigger number should be minus. So 1 into minus 2 gives you minus 2. 1 minus 2 gives you minus 1. So what are the factors? A plus 1, a minus 2 upon. Now let's go for the factors of the last part. So a square plus 2a minus 8. Again use a t method. What is the constant term? Minus 8. What is the coefficient of the middle term? Plus 2. So let's express 8 as the product of two numbers. 1 into 8, 2 into 4. So what are the numbers you are going to choose here? 2 and 4. So let's try to insert the sign. Insert the sign properly. So the sum is positive. That means the bigger number should be positive and we can have a sign over here. This is for the negative, smaller number. So let's check our answer. Minus 2 into 4 gives you minus 8. Minus 2 plus 4 gives you plus 2. So what are the answers? Minus 2 and 4. So let's factorize. Let's write the factors. So you get a minus 2, a plus 4, the whole square. Let's write down. So what we have here from the first part, what you are going to get? A minus 1 into a plus 4 upon 3a minus 1 into a plus 1 the whole square. So what you get? A minus 1 the whole square, a plus 4 the whole square upon 3 square gives you 9. A minus 1 the whole square, a plus 1 the whole square. Since this is a multiplication, no need to change anything over here. You are just going to take the second part as it is. So into 2 square is 4. A plus 1 the whole square. A minus 2 the whole square upon a minus 2 the whole square. A plus 4 the whole square. Okay, let's try to simplify. So whatever factors we have got, we have all assembled the factors. Now you are going to simplify it. So a minus 1 the whole square, a minus 1 the whole square. A plus 4 the whole square, a plus 4 the whole square. A plus 1 the whole square, a plus 1 the whole square. A minus 2 the whole square, a minus 2 the whole square. So now what is left in the numerator part? 4. What is left in the denominator part? 9. So you get the answer as 4 by 9. And one more thing children over here. Here there was nothing common, so we took the factors directly. But for this part we can take 2 common. So try to take the common factor first and then try to factorize it. So you get the answer as 4 by 9. So we have one more sum, that is fifth sum. The fifth sum will be your homework. And we have completed our exercise 3.5. So I hope you people would have understood the sums. Practice the sums so that it makes you perfect. Okay children, we'll meet in the next class.